Hi, welcome back. This is Rebecca Packard, and we are going to work on taking you through a sequence of questions to ask yourself when your head gets a little out of control, or you find yourself in a space of having a panic attack. Maybe you're having anxiety. Maybe you found yourself in a state of depression. I know a lot of the times people say, well, these people can't understand where they are or what's going on, and that is not true. I don't find that to be a true statement at all. I find that most of us can walk ourselves through this space, and a lot of the times we just need the right tools to refocus our attention. And I find that this method is amazing. It takes us through whether these are really our thoughts or not. And so when you come to this space, I'd like you to sit and just sometimes you want to journal this, sometimes you want to talk this through with somebody else, and sometimes you just want to talk this through with yourself. And so our first question we're going to ask ourselves is, says who? Who is saying this? Maybe you find the answer is yourself. I'm saying this. And then other times somebody else is saying this. We want to really focus on who is saying this statement, because it's going to be easier for us to either release it and let go of it, or acknowledge that it's really got nothing to do with us, and we can just move beyond it because we don't have to have ownership over it. The second question is, have you heard somebody say this before? Maybe it's something you hear over and over again, whether it's your own statement or somebody else's statement. A lot of the times it's a repetitive statement. And who have you heard say this? We want to put those tags on this so we can really look at it and be like, this isn't even mine, or oh wow, this is mine and I say it a lot. And maybe I don't mean to say it a lot, or maybe I do mean to say it a lot. It will just help us dissect the question, the statement, and really move beyond. What we're doing is dissecting our thought. And then, do we like this thought? Do we like the statement? Do we like the idea that it implements on us when we hear this statement? And a lot of the times that's going to be no, which is why we're going through these steps. You're going to say no to yourself. You're going to say, I don't really like this. I don't like how it makes my body feel. I don't like how it makes me feel. And this doesn't make me feel good. And that is okay. We don't have to have shame or guilt or anger about any of it, because a lot of the times it's an irrelevant statement. And we're going to move into the next step of, does this thought make me feel better? Which we kind of cover in the space of, do I like this thought? But it takes it that one step further of having an association within your body. Does this make me feel better? Yes or no? It's as easy as a yes or no statement. You can dive into the emotions that you feel around it, or the way it makes your body feel, and that can be a really great way to really dissect it, but we don't even need to get that far into it. We can just literally say yes or no. And then we can ask ourselves, does this thought work for me? Is this for me or against me? Is this a pro or is it a con? Is this helping me or is this hurting me? And a lot of the times in that space, we can decide at that moment, this is not for me. And then the next question we're going to ask ourselves is, am I in control of this thought? We want to be in control of our thoughts. We need to be in control of our thoughts a lot of the times, because we have busy jobs, we have busy lives, we have important jobs and important lives, and we're raising families, and we're showing up for ourselves, and we're showing up for other people. So having chaotic thoughts, having thoughts that are out of control, and having thoughts that are absolutely irrelevant because they are made up thoughts in our head that other people have projected onto us, or somebody else has programmed into us, is not serving us or our greater power of who we are, what we are, and what we're here to do, right? All of us have a job. All of us need to show up in a big way so that we can support our loved ones, we can support our family and friends, and our communities. And so getting rid of these thoughts, dissecting them, acknowledging them, seeing them, and letting them go is very important. And so, am I in control of this thought? Easy statement, yes or no. And then the next question is, do I want to keep this thought or let it go? And if you decide to let it go, there are some fantastic ways to do this. If you decide to keep it, ask yourself why. if you answer that this is a harmful thought through the entire sequence and you decide to keep it, ask yourself why. And then at any rate, I'd like to see you take that thought, put it in a book, and put it back on the shelf. I know that sounds odd, but it allows us to disconnect from it. It allows us to put it away, which means it allows us to stop thinking it. It's a little trick that we use with the subconscious mind to get it to redirect. And so by seeing yourself, whether you answer yes or you answer no to this, do I want to keep this thought or let it go? If we decide to keep it, fine, great. If we decide to let it go, awesome, let's let it go. And we can do this in multiple ways. My favorite way is simply seeing ourselves, putting it in a book, and if you can't envision it, just think to yourself, I'm putting this thought in a book and I'm putting it on a shelf. Otherwise, envision yourself doing that. You're standing in a library, which can be in your head wherever you want. Maybe you're at Hogwarts, and you put this thought into a book, you close the book, and you put it on a shelf. Another fantastic way to do this is to see yourself wrapping this thought in a bubble and letting it go. Just let it go, because it is irrelevant to the here and the now and you moving forward with your life. And so I hope this serves you. Utilize this. It is fantastic. It sounds like a lot at first to some people, and some people it kind of sounds irrelevant. Like, why am I even doing this? But when you utilize this tool and you walk through these steps and you dissect your thoughts, you will have magic happen in your head. You will find yourself not having the whole squirrel or the hamster wheel. You will find yourself having some peace and quiet, and who doesn't want that, right? So I hope this serves you. See you in the next video.